Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the NS9 postgame show powered by Primanti Brothers. I'm your host, Anthony DiNardo. With me, we have Ty in the house. Tyler, Pirates lose once again to the Rockies. Today, though, it was 8-4 they lost. Also, it was quite earlier in the game that it appeared they were going to lose. So I know they were up 4-0 at one point. I know it looked pretty good. Paul Skenes pitched today. Paul Skenes looked fantastic to start. But Rockies ultimately win 8-4. How you do?
Yeah, another blown lead.
Yeah,
quite unfortunate. What were they up 4-0?
4-0
and 4-0 in the fifth inning, and yeah, not an identical replay of last night, but not good. Not good, bud. Not good.
Yeah. To sum it up, Liover Peguero, 3 home runs today, like literally the entire offense, essentially. 3 home runs today. Paul Skenes looked really good. And then his last inning didn't. Gives up 4 earned runs. Ashcraft continues it. And the Pirates lose 8-4. I mean, again, that we can pretty much wrap up the game now and leave if you want.
Oh, yeah, it was an 8-5 final because we forgot the Peggy home run. But yeah, we pretty much can just replay last night's show. Yeah, 8-5 final. But
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think you expect a lot better playing in Colorado, coming off that kind of loss last night with Paul Skenes on the mound. It looked like we were going to get a nice bounce back spot, and unfortunately, we had a replay last night.
Kind of. Also, shout out to DNexus1 for the 2 supers today, the $2 and the $5. Awesome. We appreciate you. Yeah, man. It was like, again, it wasn't like yesterday. I mean, yesterday 9 runs in the first inning, but like today, Paul Skenes takes the mound. And the one thing that Paul Skenes hasn't had virtually the entire year is run support. And the Pirates did that. Peggy leads off the game. He leads off the game with a home run and then comes back around and has a 3-run bomb. So Liover Peguero has 2 home runs, gives the Pirates a 4-0 lead. Paul Skenes is on the mound, and Paul Skenes is absolutely shoving today. Absolutely shoving. I mean, Ryan's FanDuel lock of the day was the 6.5 strikeouts from Paul Skenes, and he just absolutely did it. He had 4 strikeouts in a row going from the first into the second. Again, he was absolutely shutting down the Rockies. They had the fastball going today. He was predominantly fastball, but then it just seemed as if once he entered that 6th inning, they were just teeing off on that fastball.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like he had to go heavy fastball today, just being in Coors Field.
Right.
It's one of those places, like, the off-speed stuff doesn't work, the breaking stuff doesn't work. It's not as sharp as it will be everywhere else, so we saw heavy fastball Paul Skenes, and he looked like a 12-year-old that was 6 foot tall already, playing against 12-year-olds who should look like 8-year-olds. That's what he looked like for the first 5 innings.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those guys get paid to play baseball as well, and no matter how hard you throw that thing, they're going to catch up to it eventually.
Of course. And that's essentially what happened. As mentioned, like he had everything working for him. About 60%. Actually, let me pull up the numbers. So I think it was 60.
He threw 57% four-seamers.
There you go.
12% sinkers. So almost 70% hard stuff today.
Right. And again, those are the 2. The home run was the hit off the sinker. Other hits were hit off with the fastball, the 2-seamer, or so the 4-seamer. And yeah, I mean, he had 16 sweepers today. Again, like those did look good though. Like I know you mentioned that, and that is one thing. Like the breaking balls don't break as well in Coors Field. That's one of these situations. But I guess when you have a sweeper as good as Paul Skenes, it doesn't really matter. It looked good. It looked good still. Maybe he could have incorporated more. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I do question maybe the heavy fastball usage today, just a touch. I mean, maybe you can start mixing in the breaking stuff a little more, but I don't know, man. This sucks.
Yeah, it does. But ultimately, again, it was working, right? Like, it was working. You can question it, but it was absolutely working. They were not getting hits off him. He was striking people out until it just simply didn't work anymore. But also, he left with the lead. It was 4-3. He leaves with the lead. Braxton Ashcraft comes into the game. And hey, Ashcraft has looked very, very good as well on the mound, right? In his role as a reliever, long reliever. But again, it is Coors Field. And it didn't look really good for him either.
Yeah, let's be honest. I'm just throwing all pitching stats out the window when you're in Colorado. If you have a bad outing, like even Harrington wasn't good, but like I'm throwing it all out the window. So Ashcraft as well today. I'm just giving him a pass, plain and simple. He also kind of got unlucky as well, like a dribbler that turns into a base hit. Like the Rockies, they play better than the Pirates, but yeah, they had a little bit of luck today.
I mean, it happens. It happens. It is what it is.
I'm not saying that's why they won. They beat the Pirates. But man, it's frustrating when that stuff happens.
Sure. Again, like we talking about the pitching side. I mean, all the pitchers have looked bad outside of Kyle Nicholas.
Right.
In Colorado right now. I mean, again, like there's some truth to that. We're not trying to build in excuses for the Pirates here. The non-excusable part is, where was the rest of the offense outside of Peguero today? That you could talk about, because it's also not as if, again, like the Rockies, they have to pitch in those conditions also. And it's not like Gomber is this magician out there, that just should be doing what he's doing against this team and such. So ultimately, like, they had the same excuse. The Pirates were able to capitalize on it. Again, everyone outside of Peguero, who, by the way, Peguero 3 home runs. We'll talk about him shortly, but you're right. I mean, I don't want to harp too much on the pitching, but it wasn't good enough today. I mean, it also just wasn't good enough today. But also, again, like when Paul Skenes is doing what he's doing and he gives up 4 runs, then maybe there's a little truth to that.
Yeah, and also, like, Paul Skenes gave up 4 runs today. I'm not going to sit here and bash Paul Skenes. He's Paul Skenes. His ERA is barely over 2 now.
It was down to I think too, like it was down to a 177. Also, like it's also like I'm sad. I'm sad that had to happen, because I'm like, he is at a 177 ERA right now. This is ridiculous. And then he had to have that inning, and then Ashcraft had to allow the base runners to score as well. So he goes from 3 earned to then gets the 4th, and now goes back over to the 2 mark. But yeah, I mean, again, like this is his, the big stinker. 4 earned in 5. The big stinker.
Right. And like, if Paul Skenes pitches like Paul Skenes normally does, the Pirates win this game.
Yeah.
That's the truth, but also he's Paul Skenes, so oh well. You can have one of these. It's fine. You got to hit the ball better. You can have
one.
You got to hit the ball better. That's it.
Right. Again, the biggest thing was the offense. They had 7 hits in total. 3 of them we know was Peguero, which were home runs. They were 1 for 6 in runners in scoring position. Kutch goes 0 for 5 today. 2 strikeouts. Gonzalez goes 0 for 4. Cruz goes 0 for 4. Can't have that happen. Hey, Reynolds went 2 for 4 today. Reynolds he had a better game today. But again, outside of that, you have to do better. You have to do better. This is the Rockies. This is Gomber, right? Again, like, if you want to have the excuses for the pitching, I think there's some valid excuses for the pitching, but they have the same excuses on the other end. And the Rockies were able to score 17 on you yesterday, and now the Rockies are able to score 8 on you today.
6 of the spots in your lineup did not have a hit today. You're in Colorado. Mm-hmm. You don't win baseball games that way. You can't have 6 of the 9 guys in the lineup not have a hit.
Nope.
You're not going to win baseball games that way, especially in Colorado.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, the offense. 1 for 6 in runners in scoring position. They ultimately leave 6 on base. Got to do better. Got to do better. Shout out to Michael B. Also with the $5 super. Michael says, I sadly think it's now time to label Henry Davis as a colossal bust, guys. He's currently in a 4 for 45 slump. Can't miss on 1-1 picks. I mean, I still just say, like, I'm not ready to label yet. I'm not ready to label, but it hasn't been good. It hasn't been good. There's been moments where there's some promise. But the moments certainly are more defensively. You know, like he's come a long way defensively, and that's been good at least. Like at least he provides some type of value somewhere. Now he had a terrible throw today. So we're talking about the defense, and he had a terrible throw today. But he also catches the baseball. That's something that you saw, or I should say didn't see last night with Joey Bart. Like Henry Davis does catch the baseball. But yeah, like his calling card was offense. And it's there was like I feel like a 2-week spurt this year with Henry Davis. It's like, hey, maybe starting to figure it out. You know, when he came back up, like he wasn't striking out to the beginning part of the year, even though like the numbers weren't there. But it's like, you know, hey, there's still something here. You know, maybe there's still something coming. And then it started to click. And you start to think maybe it's starting to click for him. And right, it was 2 weeks for him.
I mean,
over 4 of the strikeout today. He's now batting 171 with a 532 OPS on the year.
Like, it's unacceptable. You can't be that bad offensively. He's not good enough defensively to be this atrocious at the plate. We gave Austin Hedges so much crap for being such a bad hitter. Henry Davis is not that far off of him, and Henry Davis is not nearly the catcher that Austin Hedges was. He has to be better, and it has to happen quick. You can't keep rolling with this. I'm not calling him a bust either yet because I do want to see a little bit more. And I like some of what I've seen. You got to hit better. This is unacceptable.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 50. I'm sorry. It's now a 49 weighted runs created plus. That's still twice as good as Austin Hedges. But I'll say I still like Austin Hedges' glove is probably twice as good, better than Davis. And ultimately, yeah, Davis right now is sitting at a 0.1 WAR, so it's probably going to be about a 0 after today. Like he just exists. He just exists. Yeah. And you can't. That's the thing too. Like Austin Hedges was brought in to be the veteran guy, to be the guy that's there till the deadline, right? To help the young pitching staff, maybe help some of the catchers and such. Henry Davis was here to be a 1-1 guy. He was here to help turn this franchise around. He was here to hopefully be maybe one of the faces. And again, have that bat, be the power guy this team needs. And he is essentially catcher number 2, known for his glove.
Yeah, I mean, we were hoping that he would, like, honestly, best case scenario was he's probably going to get moved out of the catcher position because his bat's going to be too valuable. And you need it in the lineup more often. Instead, here we are.
Yeah. But not to just harp on him. Again, that's almost all this lineup. Trillo was in there. He comes back up. He's 0 for 2. Sawinski comes back up and he gets 2 walks. How about that? Sawinski tears up Colorado and, well, he had 2 walks. So I guess he was productive. No hits, though. Canario 0 for 2. I mean, Canario has just been falling off the cliff ever since we were kind of talking him up earlier on in the year. Ever since it was like, I'm not sure if this is going to stick. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I'm intrigued enough that I want to find out. You know, here's his numbers. The contact rate's better. The strikeouts are coming down. You see the barrel rate. I mean, there's a lot of things that intrigue you. And I just feel like it was like at that moment that we were talking about him that it just fell off the cliff. I know he doesn't get a whole lot of run time, but it's not like he's also earning it either. 0 for 2. Nick Gonzalez 0 for 4 today. And again, like Kutch 0 for 5 with 2 strikeouts. IKF had 2 hits. IKF, oddly enough, like since the trade deadline, now it's been Colorado, he's been playing better.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
I mean,
back
and
to
he
like
made
early
some.
season IKF. It seems like even defensively,
He
he's still
made some
limited, but
very
like he had
nice
a really
plays
good
today.
play today.
He
Yeah,
did. He did have he had probably 2 nice plays today. So,
I agree.
good. Thank you, IKF, for continuing to try, I guess, because I wouldn't.
You know, thank you for trying, and also just like thank you for. I feel like he probably would rather be somewhere else.
Yeah.
But he's been the company man. He's pretty much said all the right things. I feel like he's popped his mouth in some ways. He's like slighted the organization,
Mm-hmm.
not totally and out front there, but kind of like a little bit indirectly with some comments. But he's been the company man. Even today, Noah House had an article from where he was talking just highly about it and just like how they're here. This is a young group. Having the veterans is still going to help them out. There's still 2 months. Like he says all the right things. He goes out there and does his job. I mean, he is the ultimate veteran, ultimate leader in that sense. So, I mean, he's going to be here for 2 months. I guess make the best of it, and he's certainly making the best of it right now.
I mean, you look up pro in the dictionary and it's IKF. He's a pros pro.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have to be right now.
He does. Well,
I mean, I guess
he doesn't, but he probably also does because you're still playing for your next contract. Yeah. And it's like, do you want to be that guy?
Yeah, and you have to want to get paid next year. But is anybody going to blame you?
I was going to say, I'm sure most will be like, I get it. Here's still your multiple millions of dollars.
Yeah. We promise we're not like that.
Right. But again, it's just like one of the games. Yeah. Do we just want to talk about Peguero?
Yeah, because that's all that happened offensively.
I feel like this is a bit of a story. And I do want to talk about him a little bit because it's like he hasn't been good. I know there's like some people rumbling like, how have you let this guy sit down in AAA this long? Like, how is he now just getting his shot? What's going on? And it's like he didn't earn it. I mean, he just as we're talking about Henry Davis now, I guess not to that level, but like he just kind of existed in AAA too. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't even average. It's like it wasn't even good. It wasn't even average. It was below. It's just he just kind of is there. Mm-hmm. He's not coming up to take IKF spot, obviously. Now is maybe a little bit different because it's after the deadline and such, but he's not taking Nick Gonzalez's spot. He's limited like where all he can play, although I guess now he's a first baseman. He had 5 games in his career at first base, obviously before coming up, and now he's playing first base. There's that. But he hits 3 home runs today. Now it was Colorado. One was 400 plus. I forget exactly what it was. 411 feet. I'm sorry, 410 feet. Like it's not as a light hitting middle infielder. He has some pop, but like I don't expect him to be like a 15, 20 homer guy, likely. But I don't know, man. Do you take anything out of this today? I mean, he did hit a home run against the Giants. Now he hits 3 today. Like he has 4 home runs on the year. He has more home runs than Spencer Horwitz. He has 3 more than Joey Bart. Peguero?
He had 3 more today than Joey Bart. Or he had 2 more today than Joey Bart's had all year.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
But But you're right. He hasn't been good enough in AAA really since probably 2023. He's been bad down there. He's not earning an opportunity. I do want to mention, though, Mark here in the comments says that some of his best opportunities in life were because he hung around and existed. Almost everything in my life is because I just hung around and existed.
Right.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, man, he's got an opportunity now.
Tyler Sweeney, the Henry Davis of NS9. He just exists. He just hangs around.
I'm just here. That's how
everyone complains about him, but he's still here.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's how I live. You just hang around and exist, and then at some point something good's gonna happen. You just got to take advantage of it. His good was that this team traded away anybody that could do anything. So now he gets an opportunity. Hey, you hit 3 home runs in the game, and to be honest, it would have been the second home run. It was a nice piece of hitting. The fact that he kept that ball fair was pretty impressive. the first swing or his first home run, third pitch, I think it was of the game, or was it the first pitch of the game? Whatever it was, he
I can't
jumps on a
remember the first
fastball.
pitch or not.
He jumps on a fastball right away. I mean, I like what I've seen from him so far. He's playing pretty good defense-ish over at first. Like, we have some moments, but he's still learning it. There are enough tools there that I want to continue to see him play. Because there's nothing else.
And that's what it is. Like, he's going to be afforded the opportunity just because the way this roster is. Like you said, like, there's not much else, so he'll get there. I don't know if before this game I'm really looking forward to seeing, right? It's like let's just stick him out there and see what happens. I think that's overused so much too. I'm not just talking about Pirates fans in general, but like just like put him in the majors and find out what happens. It's like, well, he's been in AAA and he can't do it there. So like, what makes you think in the majors it's going to happen? It's one thing if you're hitting 20% above average or 10% above average in AAA, and it's like, you know what? Maybe he is a major leaguer. I don't believe in it, but let's just stick him up there. Let's give him a run and just find out. Liover Peguero had an 81 weighted runs created plus in AAA. And Nick, he's 24 now, right? We've been always talking about Peguero as, well, he's the youngest in that level. Like, there's something to that. And he's always held his own as the youngest in that level. Well, now he's in AAA. It's his third time in AAA. He's 24 years old. So like, he's age appropriate. Absolutely. And he's almost 20% below the league average AAA hitter. So like, he's not figuring things out in AAA. What makes you think he's going to figure things out in the majors? But he also had 5 home runs in AAA for the entire career. Season for this entire season. In 72 games, he had 5 home runs in AAA. And now he has 4 with the Pirates in like a week. So I still don't truly believe, but what do you have to lose? There's, like you said, there's enough tools. I guess just see if he's one of the very, very few, one of the rare players where like the bright lights come on and he shows out. He really hasn't done that either for his major league career. But like the thing about Peguero also in the major leagues is mostly it's like he's never been like, he's not terrible. He's not good, but he's not really terrible. He just kind of exists.
Right.
I don't know. There's 2 months left after this week. I mean, at this point too, like his in the majors after today is he has a 203 weighted runs created plus.
Right.
I mean, granted, it's 31 plate appearances, but it's like, okay, well, if anything, hey, you're earning something here.
I mean, plain and simple, I just don't really want to see anybody else. So, sure. Peggy, you can have a chance to play some first base against lefties. Like, if that's what we're going to do, I don't care to see anybody else play in that spot. So, sure. There's nobody else.
That's fair.
There's nobody else I want to see play there.
I mean, what about York?
At this point, let's.
I mean, you can argue
Peggy,
like York's having a better year in AAA than he is.
Damn.
Still not something to like pound the door on, say get his ass up here for. But Peguero certainly wasn't either.
I mean, so maybe more coming into it, I would have said York. At this point, yeah, let me see Peggy.
Okay, fair. That's what I think I want to talk about here.
I'm just going with the wind.
You in, Ben? Okay.
And that was the offense there.
That was the offense. We talked all about it in one sentence. Liover Peguero had 3 home runs. Good night. But a hell of a game. A hell of a game for him. Hell of a game for him.
It does suck though, because we should be like happy talking about the 3 home run game from Peguero. And instead he was just the only offense today in a 3-run loss.
Right. It's one of those things. Coming into this game, you're told Paul Skenes is pitching, and Liover Peguero is going to hit 3 home runs. Not only am I smashing the over as Ryan did, on the FanDuel's Ryan picks of the day,
Mm-hmm.
right? On the 6.5 strikeouts. I'm smashing that. I'm smashing like every W that the Pirates can get. Like, okay, Skenes getting run support. Peguero's hitting 3 home runs. Well, I mean, if he's hitting 3 home runs, then Cruz probably has like 1, right? Reynolds probably got 1. It's going to be another 16-run performance. No, Pirates lose 8-4. 8-5, sorry. Yeah, 8-5.
Don't shortchange that third home run.
The entire offense.
Right. Don't shortchange that third home run there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I would have just went to sleep and woke up for the post-game show, jumped on and talked about how good of a win it was if you would have told me that.
Right. Another piece of newsworthy. So, and it says Cabrera comes in, he goes 0.2 innings, gives up 2 hits, a run. That's not the news I'm talking about. They get him out because he's not effective. In comes the man who returns for the first time since 2023. Dowry Moretta, big bank, gets the biggest out of the year, I feel, happened today. When he had that pop up to right field, shallow right field. I think that's where it went. Yeah, and of course, I'm being a little bit facetious here, but Big Bang's back. He gets the promotion, well, not really the promotion, gets recalled today. He's been on rehab. Everyone's been wondering when he's going to come up. He finally makes his return today. He gets called up, and then he makes the out today in his first performance back. I'm happy to see this man again.
So obviously we know I haven't been the biggest Dowry Moretta supporter. He kind of annoyed me before. He is a welcome addition right now because I need something interesting. And Big Bank is interesting. And also, I just want to see a few of those weird sliders.
Yes.
Plus, he is a valuable bullpen piece if he can get it back together. A piece that if you're looking at 2026, you really do want Dowry Moretta to get it back together and become one of them middle of the bullpen kind of guys that you can count on.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Bednar's traded. Santana next year, if he's on the team or not, I mean, it's his last year of control. Caleb Ferguson's gone. You know, you are going to try to have to like rebuild this bullpen to some level next year. Moretta could be a big part of that. So like these next 2 months, also them on the club, seeing where he stands. Is that guy back? Is this going to be a guy of our future for next year? Is he going to be a late innings guy or more of the middle reliever or whatnot? I mean, there's a lot to find out. There's a lot to see here still in these past next 2 months. But also, again, like he was exciting. He was useful and effective when he was here beforehand. You had big expectations for him going into 2024. That just didn't happen. The injury took place. He had the Tommy John. So now that he's back, you're looking at 2026. Can he have those same expectations for next year? Can he be big, like a big part of that bullpen? And also just for the funsies. It's Big Bank. He is entertaining. I love him.
Let's be honest. That clubhouse needs some good vibes right now. They desperately need some good vibes. So Big Bang, come on, buddy.
That's for sure. And then I guess before we go here, Michael B thanks for another $5 super, Michael B. He has a question, which again warranted, I think, to ask. Okay, guys, I want an honest answer. Should Don Kelly be brought back as manager next season? I think this organization needs to clean house. Tyler, start us off there.
So I probably would not. And I say that just because I would probably agree with Michael. I would clean house. And that's top to bottom here. I'd just get rid of them all. It's nothing against Don Kelly, but I do want to mention something about him from today's game. I was a little bit disappointed in him, to be honest with you. There were a couple instances today. Early season, Don Kelly gets tossed. Peggy got rung up on a call by the umpire on a check swing. Reynolds got rung up on a check swing. There was an Ashcraft slider that was painted, called a ball. Don Kelly early in the year gets tossed there, especially after coming off last night's game, emotional loss. You're losing the lead here. I wanted to see a little more fire. I don't know. It probably doesn't make any difference in today's game. Honestly, it doesn't make a difference, but I just want to see that. I want to see some life here. But he's done a fine job, I think, in general. It's just I'm ready to clean the whole house. Clean the whole house, man.
Yeah. I'll say, like, if he does come back, I'm not going to carry on. Like, this isn't a moment almost like with Shelton. Like, why is this guy coming back? I don't think I'll have those same emotions. Now, again, things could change over the next 2 months. But you're asking me today, if he were to come back next year, I would still have to look at the landscape of everything else. But just he himself individually coming back isn't going to set me off right now today. But I'm with you that I feel better probably if they go that route. And honestly, I feel it's fair to him also. It's also, it's not a situation where it's like, no, he's incompetent. I don't like Don Kelly and he's terrible and he's got to go. I look at it as just the same reason why I felt Derek Shelton needed to go. This club, like this, they need a clean wipe slate, clean wash everything. Like all the vibes that are currently there just need to be replaced. Something different, and that's why I think like almost a clean house makes sense starting from the top. I'm there also, but that's probably not going to happen. But regardless, I'm on that side of things. And I also just feel like, you know what, Don Kelly, you are respected around the league. You came in here, Donnie Ball was a thing. People were talked about you. Maybe give you the chance to be part of that new culture somewhere else where they have to start fresh, get a new voice, and you can start somewhere brand new where you don't have ties like you do currently here that are attached with bad vibes. I think it's a win-win if they move on.
Yeah. And like, let's be honest here. If he does come back next year, he's probably fired because if Sherrington's back, Sherrington's probably gone after next year. Then does Don Kelly want to come back for one more year? Like it's an awkward, the timing's awkward. I'm with you about, I actually take it back to whenever he was brought on. And I don't remember if it was you or Noah or who it was. They believe Don Kelly will be a good coach, but just not here. I'm kind of in that mindset. Was it Noah that said it? Okay. But I'm kind of that mindset right now where it's also just giving him a fresh start.
Yeah. And that's why I liked what Noah said and agreed with it a lot too. It's just like hearing more from Noah, how respected and everything, like, hearing that perspective because he's on the inside, and hearing that a little bit more. But I'm absolutely correct. Like, I just feel it's probably going to be good for both parties. Now, if he's back,
I won't complain.
Like, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm not going to carry on. No, this team still has to perform. And if they're not, then like, well, Don, what the hell are you doing? I'm not going to not go in on them if they're not performing and doing well. Right. But I think I do like enough things about Don Kelly. And you hear enough back about the players and how he's respected and such. And the communication style he has with the players, right? And how he talks to them, how he treats them as people and whatnot. There's things that I do really like about Don Kelly as far as leadership goes. So again, like, I'm okay if he comes back. Now, it's his rookie year. And like you said, today he should have done XYZ. And last night he should have done XYZ. And there's learning moments. And he should be also afforded those. This is his rookie year. He's thrown into this situation. He wasn't technically interviewed and hired to get this job. He's the fake interim, right? He was put in here, but given the title. So, like, this is going to be his rookie season. This is the time where he works out those kinks. Thing is, do you learn, right? The same talk we're talking about Ono Cruz earlier on this year. Do you learn from those mistakes when you move forward? So again, like, coming back next year, I wouldn't be totally opposed to it, but I would probably be more in the favor of let's just wipe everything away, start fresh.
Yeah, we'll revisit this one in a couple months.
Sure. But it's a good question. And it's something that's going to come up, I feel like, every other week.
My opinion is going to change like 5 times probably.
Oh, yeah. A week.
At least. Yeah, right. A game.
Right. Yeah. So, other than that, anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here?
I got nothing else. Cool.
Well, the Pirates play again tomorrow, 3:10. It's on Sunday. So, I don't know what to tell you. I'll be on the post-game show again. They have lost 2. Tomorrow, they're going to try to not get swept. But I'll tell you what, if you're a gambling man, if you want to put your money where your mouth is, if you think the Pirates are going to continue and get swept, of course, you can continue that going on FanDuel. FanDuel has you covered. So, and then we'll have tomorrow's tomorrow Ryan will have his pick as well. See what he's got going on. Hey, Ryan's 2-0 so far. This being kicked off.
Hey,
Tell
at least
Ryan,
someone's
right?
winning.
At least
Someone's winning.
And they've been favorable things too. It's not like Ryan's been here just betting against the Pirates.
Yeah, that would also be an easy win.
It would. Nice parlay. All right, let's get out of here. We love you all as always. We'll see you again tomorrow. Like, subscribe, join, do all the funsies. We'll see you again tomorrow. Like I said, bye-bye.
Peace out, Scouts.
By the way, also, Tyler, nice background.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, that wraps up this episode of North Shore 9. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether you're listening on the podcast or catching us on YouTube, if you enjoyed the show, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps us grow. And if you're listening on the podcast, a quick review goes a long way in helping others find the show. Plus, be sure to tell a friend about us. There's always room for more here in the NS9 community. And for those looking to support us a little more, consider joining our Patreon, become an MVP member, and get exclusive perks while helping us continue to bring you more of the Pirates content you love. Thanks again for all your support, and let's go Bucks.